guys, how are you? David Franco here from GearPop.com with a very long overdue review of the PureGear FabFolio case for the iPhone 5S as well as the iPhone 5. Now snapping it in, let's begin the review. Alright, so I am very long overdue with this review, guys, and I apologize. I've just been so busy with all the Christmas stuff going on. But I found some time to get this done real quick, so let's jump right into it. Pro number one is the unique approach in a very crowded market. Now, I gotta say, there are hundreds upon hundreds of iPhone cases left and right, but PureGear was nice enough to go with a unique approach, whereas they're going with the whole cover the screen, magnetic latch, built-in kickstand. It's overall a pretty cool and unique product. And next up, I gotta give props to PureGear again for going with a unique material. Yes, this is indeed denim, also known as jeans material, as I called it in my unboxing video. The word denim, which is kind of skipping my mind at the moment. But I gotta say, this is very nice, and I just like how it looks overall. Next up is the magnetic clamp, because with this little flap covering the screen, obviously you don't want it moving around like this. So, boom. The clamp works great. And no, this magnetic clamp will not mess with your iPhone. I can promise you that right now. Alright, so another unique feature about this case is the fact that, yes, the FabFolio, hence the whole folio thing PureGear is going with, it does indeed hold a couple cards. And for this video's purpose, I will use this $50 Amazon gift card, which I still have to give away. And boom, as you can see, it slips in. Boom, shut the case, and you are on your way. Now, I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of the idea of having my credit cards and my phone all in one place. Maybe you are, but me personally, it's just not something that's big with me. Because if I lose my phone and my credit cards in one shot, then yeah, that's pretty much not cool. But if you do plan on using this with something less important than credit cards, such as maybe gift cards, yes, gift cards are still important, but they're obviously not as severe as losing a credit card, then perhaps that could work just as well. And of course, just like all cases out there, you do have access to ports and buttons such as the lock switch, your volume buttons, the lightning port on the bottom, speaker, microphone, 3.5mm, sleep wake button on the top, and yes, both cameras. And finally, wrapping out the list of pros for the FabFolio from PureGear, this does have a built-in kickstand without having to use an external accessory, which is pretty cool. Alright, so to do this, you just open up the case, you push the phone forward, and there you go. It's now a kickstand. And yes, the magnetic latch does go backwards, in case you want to just put it back there and it doesn't get in the way. If I can get it right. Really, David? You know, I practiced for the review. There you go. It's not the easiest thing, but once you get a hang of it, it's not that bad. A hang of it, the hang of it. My mind is all over the place today. Alright, so now let's talk cons. Thankfully, there are only two cons. And the first con is you do unfortunately have limited access to features when this case is closed. Now, this should come as common sense. I mean, look, the case is obviously covering the screen, so you do not have access to the screen. This is not rocket science. So if you're buying this case, you obviously know what you're getting yourself into. But for me personally, I prefer my screen to always be exposed. It's just how I am. But if you are into this form factor and its overall case design and style, then yes, this definitely isn't an issue with you. And now my second con, I gotta say, using this phone when the case is open, it definitely feels awkward. For instance, opening up the case like so, you can snap the magnetic latch backwards, which is definitely handy. But when you're still trying to type like this, it just doesn't feel right because it's not flush with your hand and you're kind of typing at an angle even though you're holding the case / phone yourself. But again, buying a case with this kind of form factor and style, you should know what you're getting yourself into. So perhaps this is not a problem for you personally. Okay, so the final verdict, the FabFolio does sell for $29, available in both denim and oatmeal, interestingly enough. But no, sorry to disappoint you, the oatmeal flavor / version is not edible. So is it worth it? I would say yes if you're looking for something unique and you like this whole cover the case thing with magnetic latch and you want something to hold your credit cards or gift cards, then I mean, yes, it is worth it for you. But for me personally, I'm just not a fan of this case design really that much at all. Hey, I'm just being honest, but that's why I chose to review it, because I know there are people out there who do prefer this style of case. But for me, I just prefer a simple case design like this, where I have access to all of my ports and buttons right away without having to open anything in the first place. There you go. Alright, so that wraps up my review of the PureGear FabFolio. As always, huge thanks to PureGear for making this review possible. And of course, guys, if you are interested in buying this for yourself, that link is right below. And well, who knows, this can make a great Christmas gift for someone who's looking for this style of case. So thank you guys so much for watching, thank you for continued support, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video, which is finally my iPad mini with Retina unboxing. I cannot wait, so I will see you then. Peace.